Hello and welcome back to Monster Mythology Lore. My name is Scott Halverson, and today we're going to go over something near and dear to my heart. We're going to be talking about golems. And now we're not going to get into the discussion of how every golem works and how everything works. We're just going to do a basic intro to golems, and then over the next few weeks we're going to go into a little more detail about the golems and talk about the variants and all that stuff, and even how, in fact, the next video is probably going to be a how to create a golem, how a magic user or a player character can create a golem, or even a DM. The method behind this is so players and DMs and stuff can get an idea of what it actually takes to create something that's inanimate and make it animated. You know, taking a pile of clay, sculpting into a humanoid form if you want. It doesn't have to be humanoid, and then possessing it with an elemental spirit to make it come alive and act like it's a sentient being, which the clay would not be, but the spirit that's in it would be. So generally golems take like a ridiculous high level of spell casting craziness to animate. And by doing that, basically the wizard or the priest is taking an entity from one of the elemental planes and sucking it into the prime material plane, which is why golems generally are very hostile towards anybody on the prime material plane, is because they're just pissed off. They don't want to be here. They want to get back to their own plane of existence and not be stuck in this, you know, lesser body of clay, iron, stone, whatever, glass, bone, flesh. And so that's why they're hostile. I mean, generally, they just don't want to be here. And I mean, can you really blame them? There's a lot of process in it. Could take up to 6 months to make one golem. So, like I said, it's a really big process, and we're going to get into that in another video. But today, I just want to talk about golems and introduce you to the idea of what we're going to get into. And I want to prepare you because this is awesome. And yeah, so I'm excited. Next week we're going to be probably talking about the creation of golems, and not any specific golem, but we're going to talk about generic creation, and we're going to go ahead and then start the week after. We're going to start on types of golems and their abilities. All golems have some generic abilities, mind you. They're all immune to fear, or not fear, well, generally immune to fear. Hold, charm, or other mind-based spells. They're immune to all forms of poison, and yeah, so that basically, lots of them have immunity to certain types of weapons and certain types of spells because of their materials they're made out of. And like I said, when we start talking about this and get talking about the different types of golems, then we'll get into that. But there's so many types of golems now that if we talked about it now, it would be ridiculous, and that's how we would be doing this video, is talking about the different types of golems, and then you wouldn't learn anything. So anyway, that's really what I would talk about this week. That was my video for this week. It was a generic video. It's going to be a lot more deep when the next few weeks come, and I want you to come back and check it out. We'll start in, like I said, in golem creation, and then we're going to move on to whatever else comes along. Anyway, until next time, my name's Scott. You call me Guff. Signing off.